Welcome back to the Journey to the FarLands. All right. Okay, let's get busted out of here and get on the way. Let's see. All right. Close that up. Okay. Let's see. Need this way. Onwards to the FarLands. All right. Well, here we are once again, journeying through Minecraft Beta 1.7.3 on a crazy quest to walk to the FarLands. Along the way, the idea is to raise money for Child's Play charity and just enjoy the scenery and, yeah, just sort of chill out and take it easy. Anyway, let's see. The size of the world. The world size is currently at 3,488.25 megabytes. And that means that the interim goal of 4,000 megabytes is now only 511.75 megabytes away. And since that world size grows an average of about 37.4 megabytes per 3-day episode, then that means that about 13.5 episodes from now, that goal will be reached. And once that interim goal is reached, that will meet the last condition necessary for doing that F3 moment that I have been yammering about for so long. It's getting close. And I'll tell you right now, if I had enough stuff to keep the conversation going, I would be very much in favor of going daily episodes for a while until, well, 13.5 episodes pass, at least, and so on. In any event, speaking of that eventual moment of F3-ness, I'm figuring I do want to do this on a live stream, and what do you call that live stream? You know, I know there's one like it that has its own name and brand and so on, and obviously this one can't be called that because that would be wrong. You don't use somebody else's brand. It just, you don't do that. So what would the live stream be called? I can't think of a good, awesome kind of name for it. Something that sounds good. Something that just kind of rolls, and you say, well, okay, let's call it this, and it just makes perfect sense and so on. And it's quick to say, easy to remember, that sort of thing. That's the one thing that that other situation has going for it big time. The name is so very good branding. It's excellent branding. It's easy to remember. It's easy to spell. It's easy to say. There's no complication towards it at all. And let's face it, everybody knows it just about. Which is why I can talk about it without actually saying it and still expect people to know what I'm talking about. How about that? Anyway, if you have ideas for what this particular live stream event should be called, I would be very willing to entertain suggestions. And who knows? Perhaps a suggestion will either sound super awesome or it will inspire something that maybe does. Well, at least it might sound that way to me. Who knows what it sounds like to anybody else except somebody else? Well, that makes sense. Anyway, here we are, progressing and proceeding and walking onwards to the FarLands. On this, the 277th day since leaving spawn. In this 94th episode of the Journey to the FarLands. A series that seems to finally have some regularity to it. Some, oh look, he isn't going to catch a cold and stop for 6 weeks, or a month and a half of Sundays, or some crazy thing like that. No, this thing is going onward and going places. Here's another bit of a conversational piece, just for giggles. Without having any more information than, I mean, obviously there is no F3 yet, but just based on the fact that we know the world size grows at a particular rate, and so on, I'm curious, is there any guesses, estimations, or perhaps even calculations as to... Ew. Okay, it looks great, but I'm on the wrong part of it. Any sort of a guess or estimation or calculation as to how large one thinks the world is, how far in blocks do you think I have come from spawn? Now, popular wisdom says that this can be calculated. Okay, if you can calculate it, what do you estimate your calculation is for how far I've come? I'm curious. All right. Over here, because this one is easier to get down off of. There we go. All right. So, if you have any kind of guesstimations or calculations or what have you, I would love to hear them. So drop them in the comments and let me know what you think. And then come time for the eventual moment of F3-ness, we'll see who it was that was rightest, or whoever it was that came closest to the correct number without going over. And what is the prize you get for this? The satisfaction of having been right. Unfortunately, I cannot offer any other prize than that. But I do know for a fact that for some people, the satisfaction of having been right is often enough. So if that's you and you have an idea of what that number should be, do let me know. I would be interested, very interested, in seeing what you all think about how far it is that I may or may not have come from spawn. Okay. Also, in the spirit of fair warning, I should let you all know that I have had something of a cough recently again, and if I suddenly should end up muting without notice, that would be the reason, because I'm certain no one wants to hear me cough. And if you do, you're strange. That's the best I can say about that. Anyway, I mean, seriously, who wants to listen to coughing? Nobody. I certainly don't, and I'm frequently the one that has to do it. All right. Just about time to do the overnight thing here, so let's get that going. Yeah, this ought to be a decent spot right there. All right, how about here? And we do that, and we do this, and we pop that down. Make sure it's actually sunset so that Minecraft doesn't whine at me about I'm not allowed to sleep until night. Okay, and now we proceed onward. Alrighty. You know, it's just occurred to me that somewhere along the line I'm going to have to make new armor. Because the helmet is just about shot. Chestplate and leggings aren't in very good shape. And the boots are getting pretty sorry. Oh well, it's a good thing I have plenty of iron along with me. Although, yes, it does occur to me that, yes, I do have a seriously strong penchant for preferring diamond armor. And yeah, it is probably actually almost a certainty that at some point along the way, I will end up deciding that I am going to stop and dig a mine and collect another batch of diamonds for fresh diamond gear all the way. And given that, one would ask, well, in that case, why did you bother bringing all that iron? Well, because maybe I don't want to make that mining decision for a long time. And you know sooner or later that the diamond is going to wear out. Alright, let's grab some wool. Here we go. And this one. Okay, that's enough wool. I need to look out for some wood. How about this? There's some. Although, honestly, I don't need a whole lot of wood. I've already got 56 logs. So, if I just grab, say, these, that should be enough. 62 logs. Yes, that is enough. Alright. I'm stocked up on wool and logs. And we move along this way. There we go. More beach, more plains-like area. And it looks like a bit of desert. All right. Well, let's see, what else has been going on? Well, I've been playing a lot of poker. And in my personal estimation, I have not been playing a lot of good poker. And this can be attested to by the fact that in the last week or so, I have found it very difficult to run very deep in the tournaments. Never mind win. And yes, I have been at the cash game tables a few times, and so far those have been a loss as well. So I figured, okay, we'll stick with the one thing that at least doesn't cost an entry and go from there. And I don't know, maybe I'm just turning out to be a much worse player than I thought. I don't know. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take up a suggestion that actually several people on both this channel and on the gaming channel have made, and that is to record more of the poker gameplay, to actually record some of these tournaments. And so I'm going to do that. It takes me a little bit of time to get it set up because recording software cannot capture the poker tables for some reason, and that means that I have to capture a region of the screen and get everything sized so that it comes out at a 1280 by 720 measure and so on, and actually so that it will actually be something that will look decent in a video in terms of how big the windows are and how things are sized and whatnot, and not have excessive amounts of black screen area and so on. But once I get that figured out, which actually shouldn't be that difficult, I will go ahead and I will record a few tournaments. And what I'll do is I'll just set up and record and try to maintain some decent commentary throughout of several tournaments, and then I will pick one of those, break it up into like 20-minute episodes, and upload those on the gaming channel and set them up for like a daily release or something like that. And then those who watch, especially those who watch and have any kind of skill, can vote for themselves, see for themselves, and decide whether or not they think that I am wasting my time or whatever. Or maybe folks will just simply decide that it's entertaining, even if they're watching me lose. We'll find out. I will be doing that sometime over this next week. So in the next few days, expect to hear from me about that, and we'll see how it turns out and whether it is as well received as I'm kind of starting to think that it might be. There's been several people saying that they'd like to see more of the poker gameplay in videos, so we're going to give it a shot and see how that goes. And a few folks have also said something about where's the Hermitcraft? How come you're not doing so much Hermitcraft? Well, there's two things about that. Number one, I'm at a point where I'm not really sure what I want to be doing as my next big project on Hermitcraft. So I'm kind of a little bit at a loss there. There is a couple of things that I do want to get done, and I will be doing in a video very soon. But beyond that, I'm not really sure where to go next. I'm not certain that I want to get into a huge mega project because, OMG, you know, that thing with the diamonds. I like mining. I love mining. It's relaxing and a great way to pass the time and whatnot, but even I get tired of it after a while. And I think I'm almost there, you know. Another thing is that I've been trying to do with the 7 Days to Die and Empyrean Galactic Survival. And as a matter of fact, the next couple of videos on the gaming channel are going to be 7 Days to Die and Empyrean Galactic Survival. And you know, there's stuff going on there. Empyrean, in fact, has just had some pretty good updates. They've had a lot of really cool updates in the last couple of weeks, and you know, I want to get in there and get doing something with that. And let's see. And then, of course, there is the latest Minecraft series that I've been working on and having a lot of fun with, and that is my playthrough of the Direwolf 21.7.10 pack. And I'll give you an idea about that. I did like 3 episodes this week, and on my desktop I have a text file with an actual to-do list. A list of things that I want to get done in that series soonest. And every time I look at that list, I think of more things that need to be added to it. And I'm looking forward to getting those things done. And yeah, so I'll tell you the truth. It's not often that I get to where I am anticipating what I'm going to be doing so much that I have an actual list of things to do. And let's sleep through this night and get rid of this rain. It doesn't rain very often in this series, and that would be why that I sleep at every opportunity, because that resets the rain cycle. Now let's get that reset right away, because that started and my ears went, oh wow, why did you do that to me? Alright, and I guess I'm leaving that because it looks like there's terrain up there. Alright. Yeah. Okay. That might be a thumbnail. I don't know. But it looked pretty cool. Looks like if I go that way a ways, I can avoid having to climb up and over. At least quite so high. Alright, so getting going with some things here, and that Direwolf 21.7.10 pack, I am enjoying that because I enjoyed watching his playthrough of it when that was still running in his season 7, and also is because I have to agree with a lot of others that 1.7.10 was probably the best version of Minecraft for modded series and for mod packs in general. And I honestly believe that the Direwolf 21.7.10 pack is easily right up there with the very best of them. Oh boy. Okay, can I get through here without slaughtering myself? Alright. This ought to do it. And this is how I end up having more wood than I need, because I use cutting a tree as a way to get down from a high place. Alright. But it's a handy way to do things. You're a disappointing pit to nowhere. Alright. Time to make boats. Alright, 4 should be enough. And now I don't need a boat. That little bit of distance, I don't need a boat. We'll just go over here. No, we'll just go straight across. I thought I could walk along the edge, but there isn't much edge to walk along unless I go way up there, so... Oh well. And we have a tree with a dirt pillar on it. Weird. Anyway, so what all is going on? I honestly don't know about what's going on in the world. Okay, it wasn't in a tree, it's next to one. But, I mean, I don't watch the news. I don't pay much attention to what's going on in the world because every time I stop to look at what's going on in the world, I get depressed. And, ugh. That's a little better. There we go. There. Got past it after all. How about that? All right. Well. Okay. Well, you remember those mute moments I mentioned earlier on in the episode? Here's one of them. Ah, that's better. Trust me, you are glad that I muted the microphone just now. Okay, yeah, you are. Trust me. You may not know it, but you are definitely glad that I muted the microphone. I only wish that I could have muted it live, as if that made any sense whatsoever, but I didn't want to hear it either. All right, getting into the afternoon of the third day. And so it's time to peek down in here, decide not to go in there, move on, and start looking for a place for the overnight hidey hole. And realizing that this terrain is getting a lot flatter than it was a couple of minutes ago. So, I hope it won't be necessary to build a hidey hole. That somehow ends up being more time consuming. Well, we've got some better possibilities over there, so we'll head over there. Yeah, I think that'll work out. Just on the side of those hills, but not over there where the cave is. We've got an epic hill there in the background, so that'll work. All right. Yeah, right over there with the flat wall. That's gonna do it, I think. Although I have to admit, it does make me grateful that Minecraft trees do not have roots. You ever notice that? They don't have roots. Okay. Torch. And we dig. Okay. Get this dug out. And let's step over here out of the way where I won't just pick it up again and throw away that excess. anything more than a stack is excess. Alright. Get this down here. Make some more beds. Alright, that'll work. Get this collected. What am I going to throw away? Okay, how about we eat the bread? I know I didn't actually need it, but oh well. In any event, well, actually, I am early again. Good grief! What is this? This being early. Oh, okay. Sunset is over there. That's why I'm not seeing the setting sun. But you can tell by the clock. As soon as that black line is vertical, it will be time to sleep. So I did manage to get it here a little early. Oh well, that works. This makes it good time for me to mention that you can donate to Child's Play charity going to TinFoilChef.com. There's a Child's Play widget. There is a widget there for donating to the Child's Play charity. All monies donated go directly to the charity. I never see a cent of it, and that's only right because it's for them. Anyway, I do appreciate everyone's support and questions and comments and support of the series, if not financially, then by hitting like, and sharing, and commenting, and tweeting, and so on and so forth, and so on. In any event, it is finally that time of the Minecraft day. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. I am out of here.